Now this is a very good map for Zerg. Now although Arrival was complaining earlier about blink stalks on this map, which is a fair point, there are some ways that a Zerg can exploit this map in a very brutal fashion. But before we get into that, in the top right corner, XR5 Academy Zerg, in the blue it is Arrival, up 2-1.
And his opponent spawning down in the bottom left-hand corner, playing as the Orange Pros and just getting back into the series with that win in the last game. It is XR Academy's Protoss, it is Namakaye.
Now, to return to what I was saying earlier, there are a couple of places on this map that Zerg can abuse. Now, I don't know that we'll be seeing the proxy hatch, which is a shame, because there's a spot just by the rocks, which we've seen a lot in Pro League, which has been devastating for a Spinecrawler rush.
I really personally like that as well.
Yeah, but those back rocks as well are a weak point. If you can get out some early roaches, either with a 7 roach rush or with Chan's 12 roach build, you can get a bunch of roaches over at the 6-7 minute mark, break those down, waltz into the base, and kill a lot of probes. So those are things that the Protoss has to be aware of, and that might also be part of the reason for positioning of that pylon right there. It'll give him a little bit of vision over there to see if he can spot that tiny bit of creep on the lip down the bottom. But I think that Arrival is not the kind of person to do that kind of cheesy build, which is a shame, because I would have loved to have seen it.
Yeah, well, so far Arrival is playing pretty standard. I mean, not going to go with anything crazy. It's going to chuck the hatch down, play it safe, and we'll go from here. The question is, are we going to see another hatchery go down, spawning pool? Couple of things we need to wait and see. And there's the probe here for Namakaye. He's going to keep an eye on things. He wants to see exactly what his opponent's doing. Is he going to go double hatch before pool, going to go hatch pool expand kind of thing? Well, the drone's heading out to the third base, and oh, there's not enough minerals here, so Nama will be able to be annoying here. Actually,
and a quick shout out to Ryan in the chat. NXZ, great run in WCS. Glad to have you watching.
Okay, so there's going to be the double hatch before pull, and he'll just follow up with pull behind it. Be interested to see what Arrival's gas timing is going to be. That's what I'm personally looking forward to seeing.
Yes, now the pull is now down, and the good thing is Nama knows this is happening. He knows that Arrival is going for his standard power-up macro game, which gives him the potential chance of doing something to disrupt it. But how he'll go about doing that will be interesting to see.
Okay, so for the time being, it's going to be pretty passive. I mean, we've kind of got to the point where the builds have been decided, the die have been rolled, and the players have done their commitments. Now it's the kind of power-up phase where we just kind of build your economy up and just get into that mid-game phase. But Cybercore finishing up, and it's always after the Cybercore finishing up that you want to keep an eye on the Protoss and you want to get your scouts off, because we need to keep an eye on what tech he's going to commit to. This is the point where Nama can switch things up and do something he has not done before.
And I think that's what we're going to need to see out of him. He's currently 2 maps down. He's got to win 2 more maps in a row to close this out. And Arrival has shown that, of the games I've played so far, he has had him either on the ropes, and it's been a very close thing, or he's just stomped him into the ground. Nama has to bring something special to these next 2 games to be able to take this to the win.
Okay, so he's dumping his Chrono Boost down on the Cybercore. He's looking to get that warp gate out real quick, and he's going to be just adding on some gateways. So we've got 1 gateway, 2 gateway, 3 gateways. Is it going to be 4? Come on, give me 4, Nama. Give me 4. And it's 4. There we go. So that's exactly what Nama's going to do. He's going to apply some 4-gate pressure on to his opponent and see what he can get done there. It looks like these Lings are going to get a Zealot here, maybe. Oh no, nice position on the Zealot actually. Only can be attacked by 2 Lings at a time. Nice.
Very nice position. And in the meanwhile, Stephen keeps on powering up his economy. More drones and Lings coming out at any one time, and building up his queen count as well.
Oh, Warp Gate's about to finish up, and there's no Spinecrawl at the third base. There's only a couple of Lings coming out. We do have 2 Queens at the third though, but he's going to need more than this. He needs to be getting more units out right now to deal with this incoming push.
Now he does have the minerals to make a bunch of Lings if need be, or to make a couple of Spinecrawlers. I get a feeling he's going to try and see what's coming first and then react to it, but that might not be the best decision here.
Here we go.
That's 4 zealots and a stalker. We have more to come in soon.
So he's tracked down the spine crawler and going to try and stay alive and keep this going so he can actually get it up. But here come all the zealots, here come the stalkers, and the Roachron's on the way, but it's a little way from completing it. Here we go, big wave of Lynx finishing up.
There we go. That's what he needs. He needs to micro-race carefully. He needs to back-race queens up. Don't let them get caught. Start a step for him, get the Lynx around, try and get us around on the stalker.
Oh, nice position on the queens there.
Gets one of the zealots. Nice transfuse. Very good micro on Arrival's behalf, but he may lose that queen if he doesn't get out of there.
Just got tagged by that stalker.
Nice focus fire. Very nice focus fire from... Oh, no!
Oh, the queen gets surrounded as soon as it pops out, and the Lynx are going to go surround the stalker, knowing it's the only range unit in this army, but the stalker's just going to kite, and a lot of these guys are getting low on HP, but it doesn't look like Arrival's going to be able to hold the space. There we go, getting the stalker, but there's just so many zealots here right now.
And Lynx and Zealots, not the best matchup, let's be honest.
Oh, no cancel on the spine crawler either, that's no good.
Oh, I think Stephen is getting a little bit tilted in this moment. Maybe last game affected him a bit more than he would have liked, but he does have some roaches out, and that will help.
He just needs to buy time for the roaches.
If he can keep his hatchery alive and not sacrifice these roaches, he may still be in an okay position.
Oh.
But he does not want to have to rebuild that hatchery.
Few zealots going down here, but not quite enough. He just needs to keep buying time because the roach numbers are starting to get out, and he's doing a big run by for the Lynx. But there's a hard wall off for Namakaye here.
And Nama is not focusing down the hatchery, which I think could be a mistake. But he wants to keep the pylon alive. I think I would prefer to him to just just let that pylon die and kill the hatchery.
Oh, but he's increasing that sentry count slowly but surely, and is starting to get those important forces that allow the zealots to get on top of the roaches and start trading, alongside having a few additional stalkers being warped in. Photon overcharge is activated back at home to deal with the Ling run by, and it looks like Arrival's actually going to hold.
That was a very tense engagement. And suddenly we're 10 minutes into the game.
If you look at the economy, Arrival is on 36 drones to the 45 of Namakaye. Namakaye's got that perfect 2 base saturation, good to go.
Yes, and it's very easy for Protoss to turn this into a massive 2 base push on that kind of economy. He has a sentry count, he has some stalkers. All he needs is for some additional units to be coming in. Now, do I see a robo down yet? No, I don't.
I like this from Nama. He's going to hardwall the back location where the rocks are. So A, he has vision of the ice, and B, even if it gets broken down, it's going to delay any kind of push going up it.
And he knew that was the only way that Arrival could turn this around. It's a feature on this map which makes a lot of Protoss hate it. And at the same time, it's kind of expected now that at some point the Zerg will try to break down those rocks with roaches, which is exactly what we see here. Now, it's a shame we don't have some burrowed roaches in there because there would be nothing to countermand that.
Oh, he's going to lose a lot of roaches there. That's not a good move up.
Nice force field.
So, getting quite a few roaches with that force field. Really nice from Namakaye there. In the meantime, Arrival has powered up his economy. He's up to 60 drones now. But it's all a matter of tech right now. And, well, his hydrogen's only just pushed up.
And 3 queens to a bunch of sentries and a bunch of stalkers. It is not looking good. Nama can just swing across the map right now and have a very good chance of killing a base again.
Problem is, Arrival's just really low on gas. He's on 4 gas at the moment, but he can't really afford to pump out more gas. But I feel he does need to get that Evo chamber down and start his upgrades, because with that commitment to that 4 game, Nama's upgrades were a little bit slow, but he has started to catch back up in them. He's started them up. His +1's about to finish up, and I feel if Arrival was to start his upgrades as well, he could get to a good spot in the game with his upgrades. But if he doesn't start his upgrades soon, that could be a significant advantage in Nama's favor.
Well, he's got it. He's got group spawns on the way, but he wants to spend that gas as an infestation pit. He knows that Vipers will be a good way to countermand all of the stalkers that Nama will be bringing to bear, and if you can get those out before Nama crosses the map, they might be more important than those upgrades. But if you can get both in, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But once you start spending on Hive, taking the gold, ballsy move. But that could be
I really like this though. His creep spread isn't far enough out to really warrant it just yet, but Nama is going to be sitting back at home. He's just sitting back, letting his third base get underway, getting his tech like his Robo, adding Storm, and I think Arrival knows that. I think Arrival knows that that's what Namakaye does. So he's going to take the gold and try and just power up and catch up as quickly as possible.
And with the additional larvae from that forward point, that will also help with reinforcing any attack that he might make. Because right now it's too late for him to punish for third, but if Nama goes for a fourth, that might be the timing that Arrival needs to turn things around.
We do have the Hive on the way, so he is moving up to that Viper tech, and well, we'll see how this goes. There's not many proxy pylons out on the map for Namakaye, so long as Arrival can keep that in mind and keep that the way it is, keep all the proxy pylons off the map, it would shut down the opportunity for Namakaye to do Zealot run bys, be annoying in that regard.
But right now,
just keep macroing
what you were saying earlier truly applies. He's now got a lot of gas income. He has no excuse whatsoever to not have those Evo chambers. And I'm beginning to think now that that was simply an honest mistake. He forgot them, and he's going to suffer for that if he doesn't do something about it soon.
Just breaking down the rocks, because why not? Oh, I like this. Look at the back door. 2 cannons, 2 sentries, and the full wall off. Really nice for Nama. Just making sure that there's no way to be attacked. Yeah.
Because these guys will remember some of the games from the WCS qualifiers. They will remember the 4-hit squad of burrowed roaches that came in from NXZ in those games and did so much damage. Putting those cannons there will prevent that from being a possibility.
Okay, so the gold is up and running, and Arrival is maxed out, whereas Namakaye is still maxing out. And the Overlord's going to see those Zealots moving out, so that's going to be intercepted. I would like to see him intercept them before they get to the gold, though, because I don't think Nama actually knows about them. Oh, no, Nama does know about the gold, so that's fine.
Yep, and he needs to do something about it before it gets to power up.
Because at the moment, Arrival's just building up that bank. He's sitting on 8 gas guys at the moment. And with that much gas, he's able to... Oh, look at this. We've got Nama moving out. He's looking to try and do something now. Where is he going to take an engagement?
He has to damage Arrival now before he can get into that tier 3 tech.
Because Great Aspire is on the way.
It is. And I would not be surprised if after a good engagement or after he banks a bit more gas, we'll probably see the Ultralisk cabin coming down as well.
Oh, this is not a good fight for Arrival. He's going to lose a few units there.
This is not where Zerg wants to engage. There's not enough creep, and I think this gold base is forfeit now.
Well, his army's out of position. He's not in a position to defend the gold base right now.
There's nothing he can do.
Oh, but now it's just moving right by and just letting some Zealots do the job. But problem is, Arrival's army is split in half. He's got half it over here, half it on the right, and he's only going to be fighting half of, Namakaye's army with only half of his, which is not what he wants to do.
No, I think that's a tactical error, because I don't think the rest of his army can reinforce in time to save the other half, which has turned out to be the case. He needs to back off now and regroup. He needs to accept that base is gone, expand elsewhere, and just recover his army.
That was just a really good fight for Namakaye. He just got such a good trade there. But there are 10 Corruptors on the way. I think Arrival is just going to bank everything on Broodlords in this game.
Look, he's got a lot of minerals. He needs to not tilt. He needs to double expand, keep his creep center going, and just keep on producing units. He needs to drag this out for as long as possible, punish the expansions of the Protoss, and just not give in to the temptation of the GG.
There we go. 8 Broodlords being morphed in. Where are they being morphed in? They are... Oh, they're all over the place. It's wherever they spawned, really.
I mean, Pig showed in his game against Arium all those months ago that...
Yep, he just figured it out.
He finally realizes... Stephen, please. If you GG now, I will mock you for a week.
It's unfortunate, but it's not gaming. He's got Broodlords. If he can take a good fight with the Broodlords and get the perfect blinding clouds, he's still in it. But, oh, there he goes. A couple of Broodlords, getting a couple of Stalkers there. But here come the Stalkers. They're going to be blinking under. Nope, they're going to back up, trying to fight the Roach Hydra. But Arrival just needs to back up. He needs to back up. He doesn't want to chase. The Zlings do get a couple of units there. He's actually going to get High Templar as well. Oh, interesting.
What Arrival needs to be doing is, apart from controlling the army, he needs to be expanding like crazy. He needs to be saying, alright, I'm behind right now. The only way that I can get back in is by expanding and expanding and just holding the line.
Oh, here we go. Broodlords and Stalkers are going to fight. And, oh, they've got Blink under the Broodlords. Is there enough energy for Blinding Cloud? Yes, he does. So he does manage to get that Blinding Cloud off. But is there going to be too much here for Namakaye? There's just too much here for Protoss.
There's not enough Blinding Cloud. There's not enough Broodlords. There's not enough creep. And
Namakaye, bring the series back.